morning, everybody. This is the redo of last Wednesday's Pilates lesson that I somehow accidentally deleted off the SD card. Okay, so let's try it again. As you can see, we're outside. Anything can happen, so bear with me, okay? So, as always, please work at your own level and adapt the exercises to suit you if you know you can't do anything, okay? I'm also in begging mode. As some of you do actually know, I am doing a Samaritan for a Samaritans, as I am a trainee there. And I will put a sponsorship link at the end of this video if you would like to donate. I would very much appreciate it, and so would Samaritans, particularly in these unprecedented times. Okay, so let's get started, shall we? Feet are underneath the knees are underneath the hips. Knees are soft, pelvis is facing forwards, tailbone is pointing down towards our heels. We're going to lift out of our hips, lengthen through the spine, bring our shoulders back and down with your arms by your side and your palms facing in. Lengthen through the neck, the head is parallel and the eyes are focused on the horizon. Breathe in. Take in the breath to the back and the sides of the rib cage, and as you breathe out, you're going to pull your belly button in towards your spine. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in. And the next time you breathe out, you're just going to soften through the knees, tap the tailbone down and under and bring the pubic bone up and forward. So you're going in and out of neutral. Now reverse that movement so the pubic bone goes down and under and the tailbone goes up and back. And again. One more time each way. Next time you breathe out, you're just going to come halfway between those two extremes. Hold it there, lengthen through the legs, micro bend in the knees. Breathe in. Breathe out. Now tighten the back passage. Draw that feeling forward to the pubic bone and then lifting up through the pelvic floor muscles and like doing a zip up on a pair of jeans, you're going to take it into your abdominal muscles. Now your tummy muscles are tightened, your lower back will tighten. The core muscles are between your rib cage and your pelvis on both the front and the back of the body have now engaged. This is your perfect posture with the back of the head, the back of the shoulders and the back of the pelvis all being in line, giving you that perfect S-bend in your spine. So breathe in. Breathe out and you're just going to rotate the head to the left-hand side, just looking over the shoulder. Come back to centre and over to the right. So we're just waking up the neck flexors and extensors and mobilising the cervical spine. Back through the centre. One more each way. And this time we're going to drop the chin down towards the chest. Look over the shoulder of the left. And then drop the chin back down to the chest. Next time we're going all the way around. Over the top. Small sway chin to chest. And back in reverse. Don't worry if you've got any cracking or popping going on, that's absolutely normal. Last one. Bring the head back up, take the arms forward. And now we're going to take the arms to the left-hand side and you're also going to take the hip there. Bend the knee, pull the belly in. Come out to the right, hip goes with you. And again, we're going to create this circle 3 times. So using the whole of the spine laterally to mobilise. Small sway at the top and back down the other way. So the hip goes exactly the same side as the arms and the eyes. And 2. And 3. Now this time we're just going to take the arms over and we're going to come onto the opposite toes. So we're just lengthening through the spine now. Drop the arms down, bring the hips in line with the hands and we're going back into our circle over to the other side. Lengthen onto the back toe. And again. And up. One more on the other side. And lift. Push through the chest. Now bring the arms down, bend the knees, pull the tummy in, stroke the mat, full circle, 3 in this direction. And down. Last one. Small sway. And down the other side. Last one. Bring the toes in, and you're just going to come down in a seated squat. So the arms go behind you. And up. Push through the chest. And down. And down. 5 more. So you're sitting on a very low chair. 3 more. 2 more. And last one. Bring yourself up, shoulders away from the ears, pull the belly in, and you're going to come down into a hip hinge forward. Nice long strong legs, nice long strong back. Now if you have tight hamstrings, you may need to bend your knees. And then just take the hands down to the floor, lengthen through the back of the legs if you possibly can. Pull the belly up, breathe in, breathe out, bend through the knees, bring yourself back up to standing. Up to 90, hip hinge forward. And then drop the hands back down to the mat. Relax the head, relax the shoulders, relax the neck. Lift up the belly. Just feeling that stretch going right the way down the back of the legs, down the spine, across the shoulders, down the arms. Bend the knees, bring yourself back up. Now take the legs nice and wide. Okay, the wider the better, as wide as you can physically go without doing the splits. Okay, keep the shoulders back at all times. When we go into our lunge, we want to make sure that the knee is over the ankle, not over the foot. Okay, so if you can't see your toes, then either reduce your range of movement or open your legs a little bit wider. Okay, hands on the hips, don't lean into it. I want you to try and keep your head above your tailbone, so keep the shoulders back, bring your chest up forward and lengthen through the spine, okay? So we're just going to come down into our lunge, look down. If you can't see your toes, then adjust your position and just hold that stretch. So working through the hip flexors and extensors. Again, keeping yourself nicely aligned. Come back through the centre and over to the other side. Just look down, can you see your toes? Shoulders stay back. And back over to the left. Hold that stretch as low as you can possibly go, feeling that stretch in your bottom and the inner thigh. Also working on the lengthened leg as well. And over to the right. One more each side. Centre. And centre. Now bring both hands down onto that thigh, not holding onto your knee. Drop your shoulder down, drop your elbow down and look behind. Go as low as you can. If you can get your chest down to your thigh, then wonderful. If you need to put your hands down for balance, then do it. And swap sides. And swap. And swap. Next time, come down into foot sandwich. So opening up through the inner thighs, opening up through the legs. If it's too much for you, then just bend the opposite leg, okay? Again, go as low as you feel comfortable. Always, always, always remember Pilates is deliciously uncomfortable, never painful. Swap sides. Again. And then from here, we're going to go into our runner position. So lengthen the back leg if you possibly can. Try and make sure the knee is over the ankle. Drop the hips down as low as you possibly can. Come through the centre and over to the other side. So just put the hands down first of all and then rotate into. Now staying on your back toe, you're just going to bring your foot forward into your pigeon position. So soften the back leg, push through the chest, lengthen through the neck. You really should be getting a lovely, lovely stretch on that bottom cheek. Tuck toe under, into your plank, and come back on the other side. So the knees between the hands and the foot is into the opposite groin. Lovely stretch going on through that bottom cheek. Now if you just stay there for a moment, I am going to just demonstrate the next bits for you. So breathe in, breathe out. We're going to tuck the toe under, come into our plank position, and then go into a body rock. From here, we're then going into a leg lift, each side. And then when we've done a few of those, we're going to turn onto our side and come into our side plank on both sides. Now options here, you can either do this on your forearms if you want to, just a leg lift, and then come into a side plank, or you can just work with me, okay? So get into your plank position, pull the belly in, lengthen through the neck, you're looking straight down between the hands, breathe in, breathe out, body rock, and down, and lift, and down, lift, and down, lift. Try and get the legs as long, as straight as you possibly can. I hope I'm doing that. Last one. Come down, rotate onto the hands, and come into your side plank. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hand down. So I put my back towards you. And then bring the hand down. Hold it there. Tighten through the bottom, tighten through the stomach muscles. Splay the fingers. Back of the head, back of the shoulders, back of the pelvis are beautifully in line. Just hold it there. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop one knee, drop the other knee. Feet together and come into your rest position. And whilst you're resting, I will show you the next bit. Okay, again, our hands are underneath our shoulders. Our fingers are splayed to give you extra support and surface areas to work on. Knees are underneath the hips. Now, when we extend our leg, it's very, very, very easy to rotate through the hips, rotate through the spine. That is going to hurt you eventually, okay? So please don't do that. I want you to be very, very conscious of when you lift that foot up, you take that hip down. So the foot should never really go any higher than your hip height anyway. Okay, so we're going to start off with just a leg lift, And then we're going to go into a knee bend. Okay, all very simple stuff. So, now onto your fours. Breathe in, breathe out, extend your right leg. Pull tummy in, and 1. And down. Keep looking straight down between your hands. 2. Make sure that the hips are even. 3. 4. 1. Hold it there. Now we pulse for 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Bend the knee. And extend. Bend. Extend. Bend. Extend. Keep it going. Last one. Flex the foot and pulse up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And bring that knee in. Just come down into your rest, just stretching out through the hips, stretching out through the back. And back up again, we're going to do the other side. Point the leg. Breathe in, breathe out, and lift. Make sure you're even. And down. 2. Lift the belly. 3. 4. Keep it going. 5. Hold it and pulse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now kick the bottom. 1. And out. Hold it, flex the foot, and pulse up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring that knee in, toe together, knees apart. Bring the head down and just relax through the arms, up through the back. The wonderful thing about being outside is I've got lots of bugs on my mat. So if you see me stumble at any point, it's possibly that something's crawling on my mat. Okay, from here, you're just going to slide your hands forward, scoot forward, arching through the back, and then we're going to go into our rolling cat stretch. Back onto the heels, elbows down, scoop forward, roll up, and again, 2 more. And last one. Now come forward, slide the hands as far forward as you can, so your hands are underneath your shoulders. You're going to drop the hips down towards the mat, but not have them on the mat. Okay, so it's lengthening through the spine, flexion and extension of the spine. Look up. And then just bring the hips back up again. Back onto the heels and slide yourself forward. So you're now on your forearms. The forearms are underneath your shoulders, your elbows underneath your shoulders, your hands are facing forward. So this is our baby swan, but what I want you to do is work on your back, okay? Make sure you have engaged your muscles. So just wobble the hips from side to side, just to release off any tension. Now, if you are watching my back, then this is what you want to see. So breathe in, breathe out. You want to push your hips, your groin, your pelvis, your pubic bone, whatever you want to call it, into the mat whilst lifting your belly button off the mat. Now you'll notice I have now a nice, long, strong spine. Okay, so it's lengthened it out completely. So therefore I shouldn't look at any tension in my back whatsoever. If you do find your back is trying to take over, then stop. Okay, it's not worth it. So either go back, re-engage, or reduce the range of your movement. Okay, so we're just going to hold ourselves here for just a moment. Just lengthen, tighten through your bottom, tighten through your stomach. Now, if you feel comfortable in that position and you want to take it further, then just put your hands down, keeping that engagement going, and lift yourself up onto your extended arms into your mother swap. Turn the head from side to side, just working through the neck flexors. And then just come back to centre and bring yourself back down to the mat. Hands go underneath the shoulders. And then just pull yourself up onto your toes. Bring your toes forward and then come down onto your bottom. Now I'm actually going to turn this way because I'm on a bit of a slope. Okay. So we're going to start off on our sit bones. Now the main thing with regards to working your abdominals and your core muscles is you want to actually feel them pull in, okay? So you need to tighten them, but always remember you've got a neck. Don't cower into it. Don't try not to lift your shoulders into your ears, okay? You come onto your sit bones. So this is your front sit bone. These are your back sit bones. This is approximately roughly where your bite is going to be. You know it's there because your tummy is wanting to take over. The main criteria is don't let your feet lift up. The minute your feet go up, you're transferring it onto your thighs and not your stomach. Okay, so all you have to do is bring the feet in. That's all you have to do, and you take it back onto the stomach muscles. So, breathe in, breathe out, and we're just going to come down into our bite position. Okay, breathe in, lift one leg up, lift the other leg up. Starting with the right leg, take it out, and swap, swap, swap. Pull the belly in. Look at the belly. If it's trying to pop out, pull it in. Keep it going. Now, if this is easy peasy for you, I want you to stop centre. Take the arms. So your arm and your leg are going to go in opposite directions, okay? So you're starting with the right arm, right leg. So out, out. Nine, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then just bring your feet down, lean over the top of your knees, and just relax out your back. Bring yourself back up. One more exercise on your sit bones. Now you can keep your feet down on this if you want to. Hold on to your elbows. If your feet are down, then you're just swaying your knees side to side. Otherwise, if you're following me, lift, lift, breathe in and down. 2, 3. This is a waist whittler. And 10. And then bring yourself forward again over the top of your knees. Onto your back. So we have a nice, long, strong spine. Again, just wibble wobble the hips from side to side just to release off any tension into your back. Okay, so what we're going to do here is exactly the same as we did before with the single leg extensions. And we're going to add the arms, but we're keeping the head down to start off with. So, lift one leg up. Now, what I want you to do is breathe in, breathe out. Pull your belly into your spine and your spine is attached to the mat. Okay, if your back is trying to take over, please stop and re-engage or just reduce the range of movement. Okay, hands are by your side to start off with. Lift, lift and extend, extend. Take the arms up. Remember, we're going to take the right arm out and the left leg out. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Don't let the back lift. 6, 7, 8. Now lift the head. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And last one. And then bring the knees into the chest, rock forwards, backwards, side to side. Allow the head to roll from side to side to release off any tension in the neck. Whilst I see what next thing is. Now lengthen the legs, lengthen the arms. Breathe in. Nice big spine stretch. Stretch, 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 stretch. And then just lift the arms up a little bit and allow them to hover over the ground. Towards the hips and back up through the centre. And hover. And up. Keeping the back on the mat. Again, don't forget to engage those muscles. Take the arms overhead. This time we're going to change it. Breathe in, breathe out, bring the arms up. Lift the head, look down at the toes. And back. And lift. And down. Now you can either stay with this one or we're going all the way up. Okay, if you are staying with this one, then just hold that, that position. Lean yourself forward. And then again, bring yourself back down to the mat. Curl into the spine. Arms go overhead. And forward. And back. 3 more like this if you can manage it. So as the arms come overhead, you start lifting up the head, the belly goes into the spine goes into the mat, and you just use your stomach muscles to lift you up. Now, if you're finding that difficult, you can put your hands underneath your thighs and just give you a little bit of help. Last one like this. And hold yourself there now. If you need to bend your knees or reduce your range of movement. If your legs are bouncing all over the place, then just release them off, okay? You're trying to stress and overstress muscle. It's not liking it. If you can, grab your feet. If you can't, just pretend you can grab your feet. And if you can, then ball your toes towards you whilst you're leaning forward. Getting an almighty stretch down the back of the hamstrings and the calf muscles. And then come back up. Tuck through a tailbone. Bring yourself back down. Bend both knees and then take your right leg up towards the ceiling. Again, if the leg is bouncing around, don't do it. Just let it off a bit. If you want to, you can lift your head, see how close you can get your nose to your knee. And release. Now take the leg over the centre line of the body so it's now in line with the outside knee. And point. And flex. And point. And flex. Point. And flex. Come back to centre. Bring that knee into the chest, extend the other leg down the mat. Now again, you've been working quite hard on your hips, so make it count. Open up those hip flexors. Using your left arm, you're going to bring your right knee across the body. Now you want to be feeling an absolute fantastic stretch going through your bottom and your hips. This is really good if you've got sciatica or tight hips. If you want to increase that stretch, just bring your knee a little bit closer in towards your nose. Come back to centre, drop that knee down, take the other leg up towards the ceiling. Drop the head, take the leg across the centre line of the body and point. And flex. Point and flex. Point and flex. Come back to centre, bring that knee into the chest, extend the other leg down the mat. Take that leg across the centre line of the body so it's now in line with the mat, and stretch through those hips and bottom. And come back to centre, bring both knees into the chest. Just roll forwards, backwards, bring yourself up to a seated position. Now we're just going to do a little bit of fun, rolling like a ball. We can all do it. You have options, put your hands underneath your thighs or on your shins, okay? So come onto your back sit bones, so you're tucking through your spine. Lift, lift. Put your head down. Your head and your neck do not come onto the mat, okay? That is a criteria. Breathe in, breathe out, and roll. And as you come back up, your feet do not go down on the mat, so your core muscles are holding you in this position. And roll. And roll. And roll. Last one. You can tell I'm on a slope. I'm actually working my way down the garden. Bring me back up here. Okay. Open up the legs. So nice and tall again. So you're sitting really tall, head is above the tailbone. Take the arms up and bring yourself down onto the mat. Now remember where you got to at that particular point, because when we go back up, we're going to do it again. Breathe in, up, lift in the belly, and forward. You should have gone a little bit further. And then walk the hands back, tuck the toes under, tuck the knees under, and nice and gracefully bring yourself back up to a standing position. Okay, so we're just going to roll through the shoulders, forwards and back. Now take the arms down. Again, we're going to bend the knees. Take the arms to the right, the hip goes out as well. Just releasing off through the back. One more in this direction. Small sway and back. And then just come back up, hug a ball, biggest ball ever. Open up through the shoulder blades, tuck the tailbone down and under. So you're creating this curve in the spine. Now bring the elbows down, shoulders away from our ears, push through the chest. One more. Hug a ball. Elbows down. And then take the arms up towards the ceiling and into our final swing throughs. And this is just a release of any tension we've created through any of the muscle groups, whether they be big or small, and also through the joints. Thank you very, very much for joining me. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope there wasn't too much interference for being outside. Again, if I can say, if you can sponsor me, I will be so, so grateful. Thanks very much. 26.2 miles by the end of the month. Thank you very much.